Namaste, good evening.
Namaste. Sir is one of our speakers at the Guru Purnima event. So I would like to know what is the subject that you are talking on at the event.
I said I'm talking on two topics, both rare subjects. One is Muduku Rashi, which is very prevalent in Tamil Nadu from some of the exalted astrologers out here. It is not there in any literature per se, but I have found that this is used by many Tamil astrologers with great perfection. So that is one technique that I will be talking about. The second is, of course, a technique from S.K. Mehta, the guaranteed astrologer's technique, about how Jupiter can be really harmful for certain ascendants under certain conditions.
That's great. And if you could also share how this technique has helped people in your experience.
See, Muduku Rashi is one great example where I just need the Lagna and the Sun's Nakshatra. With that, you immediately know where the soul is getting impacted. So, what are the areas that a person is going to have difficulties? The Muduku Rashi and Muduku Nakshatra are like your Badakas. They are going to paralyze that particular nakshatra, the Karakatwas of that nakshatra, as well as the Rashi Lord, the Rashi, the Bhava in which the Muduku nakshatra falls. So it immediately tells you, regardless of any other positions, you can immediately know what this person is going to undergo because his sun, which is his soul, has to go back to its root. So this is a journey about the Jivatma to the Paramatma. So it very quickly tells what is your pending karma in one unique way. Whereas when you talk of SK Mehta's techniques, what I have found about SK Mehta's techniques is like one, it is totally different from everything else. And it gives you a very good snapshot technique, early warning signals to know what is wrong with a particular horoscope and some predictions which I have noticed cannot be made so easily from standard techniques. He is able to make and you can reach that result very fast.
Right, so that's amazing. And sir, the previous technique, the Moroku technique, I'm very sure it will help people in karma rectification in a very big way.
Absolutely, it will.
Right, sir. And sir, because of your vast experience, if there's any remedy which you feel works really well and beautifully, would you
I'm
please like to share it?
No, I am actually again not into remedies. But
Okay, sir.
what I have followed and what I hear about in Tamil Nadu is what I'm going to get into in very quickly. Is what they really do is whichever planet is not performing to its capability or is harming you, they donate the grains or fruits or vegetables or plants of that particular planet. And
Right,
they
sir.
normally do it in a particular hora and a particular day.
Right, sir. So this is one amazing remedy that a person can do very
Yeah,
easily.
they have the same technique. Then they also have a similar technique where they light a lamp on that particular day, on that hora, where the lamp is kept beneath the planet's Karakatva items.
Okay.
So if it is a sun, they'll have actually a lamp underneath red chilies and light the lamp.
Mm-hmm.
So like that, they have standard techniques, which is like either donation or lighting a lamp or doing certain things. So all will be based only on the Karakatva of that planet, which is not been able to give its full potential. They also have items or photographs of those things. So they ask us to keep those items with us.
Fine, sir. That is amazing and very easy remedy. Everyone can apply this to their lives and
Yeah.
see the results. Thank you
I
very
have,
much, sir.
I actually also have another, but I'm still working on it, where they in Tamil Nadu they have identified particular temples for particular planets and for particular bhavas that are getting affected by that planet. So they have a series of temples in Tamil Nadu which they ask us to go and visit.
That's amazing. So thank you so much.
Welcome.
Let me just interject quickly and give a small introduction about Mohanji. Mohanji has been one of the editors of Saptarishi's Astrology. Mohanji, welcome.
Thank you.
He's been with us for 11, 12 years. Most of the books that we have published under Saptarishi's Publications banner has been edited by Mohanji, Vidhan, and all others. And all the articles actually of Saptarishi's Astrology magazine, which we did from 2008 till 2014, 15. all of them were edited by him and NBS, my good old friend. So, and many others, of course, they have contributed, but primarily by Monji and NBS. So, these guys are stalwarts who worked for Saptarishis without any benefit, without any monetary benefit, or without any fame or name, and their names even did not appear in the magazine. We all worked like that. And at the same time, he's one of those simplest of astrologers whom I love from the bottom of my heart. In fact, the highest regards I have are for people like Mohanji and Venkat, who work without any kind of fame or monetary benefit. And those are the people I really admire. So, and who are very hardcore in their research. They go far deeper. Like, for example, S.K. Mehta. S.K. Mehta, when I removed his techniques out, at that time I used to write under the pen name Saptarishi's Astrology. So, Monji, remember those years?
Yes, yes, very much. Actually, I would actually say that the present path that I am following actually was inspired by your Saptarishi magazines in the beginning. When we started writing articles which were so unique and so rare and very unheard of. So that's what really set me in to say that, one school is, okay, you go through the traditional route. The other is there are practicing astrologers all across India who have the rarest and rarest of techniques and who are able to do it in just a minute. Just looking at the horoscope or even before looking at the horoscope, just by looking at the way the person is approaching them, they are able to tell everything. That's when I really realized that till now what I have learned is not even 5% of what is really possible. And that set me on this journey. So actually, I have to thank you for that.
By the way, one of the greatest astrologers is my doctor, and I introduced him to Mohanji, and he just told me, I think a month back or a few weeks back, that you had predicted the year of his marriage and on his wife's chart and several people's chart, the year of his marriage exactly. So
Yeah.
you need to teach me that technique actually.
Sure.
I am not interested in the mundane life, but just for the sake of learning techniques, I should get back into astrology after 12 years. I've not been learning anything in 12 years. So
Actually, that technique has become one of my key birth time rectification techniques as
oh,
well.
really?
Yeah, just taking the date of marriage
Okay.
gives you a lot of clues as to when it could have happened. And similarly, death of any person in the family, because it's all a one-time event by and large in the Indian culture.
Yeah.
So they cannot happen very frequently. So it really pinpoints the Lagna degree very, very accurately.
Yeah, brilliant. Mohanji is one of those people whose heart is in giving. And today, if you have, I must deviate now and talk about the late Arkidas, the most genius of astrologers. If his works have come out, it's only because of Mohanji. Okay, the later part, the majority of the part, Mohanji did it because only he could understand his writings. And my good friend from Bengal who did it, who introduced me to him actually, Arkidas, somebody I loved. I lost my purse and I called up Arkidas. I said, sir, it's not about the money. It's about the PAN card, Aadhaar card, which is there over there. If I don't get it, I will not. And he just said, this date, you'll find it. It'll be under something black. I said, sir, it's not possible. And I found it. I still remember his voice, Mohanji. You remember Arkidas?
Yeah, very much. Actually, I had great difficulty in the sense I was helping him with his books, but neither could he understand me nor could I understand his accent.
Yeah.
And so finally,
toughest accent. He was a British astrologer, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. You all do not know. He was not from Calcutta. He was from Durgapur or somewhere. I'm forgetting. He was a magistrate.
Yeah. And he was also a very good writer of other books as well. Not, just astrology. He has written a lot of other things.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yeah.
I mean, I still remember one of his predictions. It is there in that 1 minute Prashna course. He had called up his grandson in London.
Yeah, what is there outside his window?
Ah, right.
Yeah,
That one.
yeah,
And
yeah.
his son said nothing. Grandson said nothing is there. He said, no, you will see a bird outside your window, on your window, on your window.
Yeah,
And then his grandson looked back and there was a bird. That was
precisely.
a classical prediction about Prashna. That's Prashna. I mean, he was brilliant. I wish, when he died, I was like shaken up, absolutely shaken up. Anyway, what happened after his death has left me very bad, dirty, sore feelings. As I get old and as I get more sick, I keep on remembering the old past and I get a bit emotional actually. So it's so happy to see you and Venkatji.
It's my pleasure. And I would add one thing about R.K. Das was that he was trying to make astrology a pure mathematical science so that everyone is able to predict exactly the same way. So, it took some time to understand what he was trying to do and how he was doing it. But once I got the hang of it, then I was able to really understand why he's able to bring such clarity to his thoughts. It's unfortunate that we couldn't complete a lot of things that we had together planned, but I'm very, very happy to say that whatever we could bring out are real gems if one really goes deep into it.
The unfortunate part is he had called me, Vaishali and Amit Bhai, please forgive me, I'm getting a bit emotional. He had called me, he had said, Sunil, I have discovered the secret of Prashna. He was writing a book on Prashna. He had discovered it from some old Bengali text and then he had converted it, researched it, changed it, etc. That book never came out. He died. That is how he said, Sunil, there is no 99% in the Prashna method. It is 100%. This is what I've discovered. He was so confident of it. That book never came out. We sent somebody to his house. And anyway, that is another thing. God does not want astrology to come out sometimes, I feel. Thank you so much, Mohanji.
Thank you. And I'm actually, one more thing which I have to add is like me and Venkatramana ji have been trying all, unheard of techniques, unheard of systems. And you need somebody to really discuss, work out, chart out and all. So we have been on this journey together. And I would say that we have really come across really, really great gems. But till we are able to digest them ourselves, practice them ourselves, and see the efficacies of those, we cannot, go out to the world and say this is how it needs to be done. So that's a quest that we are currently on, and I hope soon that we will be able to get some real good techniques out into the world.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I know you guys.
Can I say something?
Yes, Venkat.
Can I say something?
Yes, Venkat.
Yeah. Just to add, Mr. Mohan, we are working on some, techniques which were, I think at least to our knowledge, nobody has cracked it. Okay. Like one which the G.V. Chaudhary, the Vedic numerology. I don't know.
That one.
I mean,
Old. Bharati
we have
Vidya
been trying for long. We have been trying for long. And
I always used to joke around, whoever cracks it should get a Nobel Prize.
No, he should first become mad. So let us hope we'll crack that and we'll try to introduce to the people. That's my main.
I'll just say it for the audience, people would not know who's G.K. Chaudhary.
G.V. Chaudhary.
G.V. Chaudhary, sorry.
Yeah.
His books are no longer available.
Yeah.
For the audience, I'm saying this.
Yeah.
The books are no longer available. The exact date of death, exact date of marriage,
Yes.
you can predict from it. It is a 12-15 साल पुराना quest है. These are all old quests of ours. And one person I knew, he was in Madhya Pradesh or Bihar, I'm forgetting now. It's 10, 11 years back. He had cracked it.
Okay.
He had told me, I'll teach you. But I always get scared because I heard so many stories of astrologers who could predict events date-wise. And unka ant bahut kharab hua. Their end was very bad. And of course, I never had any interest in predicting this. But he said there is a missing link
Yes. Yes.
in that book. And that guy had cracked it. I was supposed to go and meet him, but then, financial difficulties, etc., and all that, and time and whatever. So,
I know it is because we have those missing links, it's a bit difficult to comprehend, but we feel that, you be at it for long, so one day or the other you will get that clue to it, and then maybe you will be able to crack some parts of it.
my honest advice, I become a very bit superstitious. Let go of it. Anyway. Chaudhary Sahab left us with a mystery.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I'm so sorry deviating from our structure of this lecture. I'm very sorry. But it's just that me, Venkat, and Mohan are meeting after so long, 12 years or 11 years. So, of course, in between, I met I met Mohanji when I came to Chennai.
Yeah.
And when we met that astrologer who predicted the exact date of my marriage.
Yeah.